really excited to get my buddy Kyle here on from National Roofing Partners. So thank you for coming on the show. You started out with creative writing at the University of Arizona. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, that was seems like a lifetime ago, but I like to think a creative approach to problems has applications in all industries, right?
Walk me through. I mean, you're in the roofing industry. You've had many different roles. How did you get there? What was your path?
My entry into roofing began actually through an old college buddy years later. Shout out Nick Van Slyke at Presidio Roofing. He kind of threw me into the fire. Next thing I know, I'm stepping off the top ring of the ladder, and I'm on a 10-12 roof, and I got the shakes, and it's a couple hundred roofs later, here I am.
If someone came to you that was just getting into a sort of an outside sales role or in the roofing industry, what would you tell them? Like, how do you go from someone that isn't used to that type of rejection and to get to where you've become obviously a lot more comfortable with this?
Well, I think it helps to have a short memory and not dwell on the losses, right? What I found that made me successful was staying true to myself, having confidence, bringing good energy, and letting people know, like, look, hey, I'm an honest guy. This is what I know. This is what I can do to help you. And that thankfully carried me to some success.
All of us go through some sort of adversity. What sort of adversity have you faced, and how have you managed it or learned from it?
Adversity, personally, professionally, I'm sure we've all had it, right? One of the cool things about this industry is it welcomes people from all walks of life. And, I'm the first to admit, I did not come from a construction background. Like the story I just told, I got into roofing kind of on a whim. And a few years later, had some traction, had some success. But I think the lesson I took away from that and from kind of everything I've experienced in my life is that you can't let the failures of yesterday define your tomorrow.
What type of people do you surround yourself with?
Well, thankfully I'm at a real good group here at NRP. I think I heard on a podcast the other week, it was Gary Vee or something. He said that, a lot of people have professional goals of, monetary or get this position at this company. But really what you should try to do is get yourself in the same room as the people that you want to be. What
do you tell people when, they know nothing about the industry or they have a preconceived notion of it? What sort of message do you put out there?
The coolest thing about roofing is it's like a brotherhood, and not to say it's only men, men and women, but it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity. It's like whether you're a third generational roofer, family guy who's, taking the reins from your father, or you're someone like me who just got into it on a whim, there is a camaraderie that kind of, we all help each other out.
When you're not roofing or, I guess, with drones and stuff like that, what do you do? Do you have any hobbies that you've picked up over the years?
Currently, I'm trying to get my golf handicap down, and I'm fortunately not a lot of time to do that.
Yeah, golf handicap. What is your golf goal? You don't have to tell me what your handicap is currently, but what is your goal?
My goal is to actually have a handicap, and so I just got the official USGA app, and I'm now logging my rounds to get an official handicap. So that probably says it all right there.
Going forward, what sort of trends or changes do you see?
I think what we're going to see over the next couple of years, is the modernization of the industry. And so I think the drones and the kind of technologies that have modernized other industries, things like AI, things like big data, all that stuff is now going to finally enable roofing to step forward into the future. And it's a win-win for everyone, right?
Awesome, Kyle. Well, thank you for coming on the show and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you for having me. You're always welcome. I encourage you guys and your team to come by, pay us a visit here in Dallas-Fort Worth. You're actually one of the few people I met in 2020 in person, and I look forward to our next in-person meeting.
Absolutely. We'll set it up.